Hey everyone, this is Charmaine from Fantastic Crafts. I hope all of you are having a wonderful and crafty Monday. Today, I'm kind of doing a challenge card. I've been asked multiple times about doing masculine cards, so I figured I would give it a try. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. It's very quick, very easy, so very much a easy tutorial. So I start with a Cuttlebug folder. This is a map of old Paris. So I just used my Big Shot machine, but I used my Cuttlebug folder, and then I just embossed an A2 size matte piece of cardstock. Once I was done with that, you can see that gorgeous raised embossed look that you can get. Now you can use the embossed part or the debossed part, so you can choose whichever side to use. Since I had the Big Shot out, I just cut out this Tim Holtz square die set that I have, and I just cut out different pieces using some brown cardstock and some black. So going back to that embossed piece, I took 3 of my VersaFine ink cubes, and what I did was, this is called the dragging technique. Maybe there is a better term for it, but I know it as the ink dragging technique. So I went with the crimson red first, and I just kind of lightly just dragged that ink, just very lightly, onto that piece of paper. And then I had a scratch piece of paper on the back to just catch any other extra ink. Then I went with the sepia, and then I went with the walnut as well, I believe. If you pause it, you can just see, and I'll have it written in the description box below, of which colors I used. Then I just kind of wanted to do a dry run, see where I wanted my placements of these frames. Before that, I did want a background for the largest frame, the largest rectangle piece, because I just felt like it was going to be too distracting if it was just on the background without a solid background itself. So I just put that little tan colored cardstock that I had in my scraps stash, and I just put that, and I glued that right directly onto that embossed piece. Then I took that black piece of rectangular frame that I cut out using that same die set, and I put that down. And then I also used these 2 die sets, and I just kind of framed that little black piece. And I'm going to be using this piece and using it to actually pop it up onto the middle of that frame. But before I do that, I wanted to pop up a few other embellishments. And as I've mentioned before, I got a ScanNCut, so I love using it so much that I always just stamp extra things, and I always have extra embellishments just kind of in my little embellishment box. So I had this bow tie and this little suit with a top hat, and I thought it would be a great addition to this masculine card. So I simply just inked the edges of these, and I used that vintage sepia color. And then I took this Banner Day stamp set from Maymay, and I like this because it has a very tiny happy birthday, but because I framed it, it pops. So you will be able to see the happy birthday on this card very nicely, but it's a perfect place to use a smaller sentiment. So I just glued that bow tie onto the bottom to add another layer of color, dimension, and just another focal point, just because I thought it would be nice and more masculine. And then I took that little suit with the top hat, which I think is super cute. And for that part, I did pop that up just because I felt like it would just kind of be nicer, and you'd be able to see it more if it was popped up. I did the same thing with the sentiment, so I just popped that sentiment up. And to finish this card off, I did put double-sided adhesive to put this onto my card base, because sometimes when you do emboss on paper, I just find that sometimes it's easier to put the double-sided tape. It sticks better than the glue. Not that the art glitter glue does not stick, it's just I would have to hold it longer, and with the sticky tape it's just you put it on and it's just stuck there. So I just liked the ease of that, so I just did that. And that completes this card. It's that simple. I really hope you guys give these cards a try, and I will be coming up with a few more of these masculine cards. So I really do hope you guys hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell too so you get notified of any new videos I do. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, beautiful Monday. Until next time, bye guys.